Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today because we are diving into something that can absolutely change the way people respond to you 100%. So have you ever felt like you've said something very important, but no one seems to have actually heard you? Like your words just vanished into thin air. Meanwhile, somebody else says something very simple and everybody leans in, everybody listens and takes it to heart. What's the difference? It's communication skills, but not just any communication skills. Today, I'm going to break down the 5 top communication skills of people who get listened to. The people who command attention, not by force, but by presence. These skills are subtle, powerful, and completely learnable. And once you master them, you can change your relationships, you can change your career, and the way you move through life completely. So let's get into it. First up, clarity and briefity. People who get heard are clear. They get to the point without rambling. They don't over-explain. They don't try to sound smarter with big words and using larger phrases and sentences. They just say what they mean. It sounds simple, but most people clutter their message with extra noise. When you're clear and you're concise, your message cuts through and it lands, and people remember it. That's power. That's control. The second skill is confident body language and tone. You can say the right words, but if your body is saying something completely different, if it's saying something else, no one's going to take it seriously. Confidence is felt before it's heard. It's demonstrated before it's heard. Good posture, eye contact, a calm voice that isn't rushed or hesitant. These are all silent signals that tell people, I believe in what I'm saying, and when you believe it, they start to believe it too. So, now let's talk about listening, truly listening. This is the third skill. Great communicators listen more than they speak, and I know you've heard this from me and from others. They don't interrupt, they don't wait for their turn to talk, they engage, they ask thoughtful questions, they respond to what was actually said, and because they're such good listeners, when it's their turn to speak, people naturally give them the floor. And listening builds trust. And when people trust you, they want to hear more of what you have to say and hear your opinion. The fourth is emotional intelligence. This is underrated, but this is your ability to read the room, to sense what's not being said, to adjust your words, your tone, even your pace based on how others are feeling. Someone with high emotional intelligence or EQ, can spot when someone else is uncomfortable or disconnected and knows how to gently bring them back in. They use empathy, they stay calm when things get tense, and that presence makes them magnetic. People want to be around them, and people want to be around those that have that skill. They want to listen to them because they feel safe and understood. And the final skill is speaking with value. You don't need to talk all the time to be heard. The people who are truly listened to speak when they have something important to say and valuable and meaningful to contribute. They don't waste words. They don't offer insight or solutions or perspectives that don't move the conversation forward. They make it about the listener, not just themselves. And when you do that, when you are someone who adds value instead of noise, your voice becomes something that people tune into instead of tune out of. So let me say this. You don't have to be the loudest in the room to be the most powerful. You don't have to have a certain title or a specific personality type. These skills are about presence, intent, self-awareness, and they're completely learnable. If you've ever felt overlooked, like your voice wasn't strong enough, start here. Practice these, refine these skills. They work because they make people feel something, and they make people feel heard, respected, and engaged. And when you show up with that kind of energy, you become unforgettable. And don't forget, people remember you based on how you make them feel. I hope this gives you some clarity and maybe even a little spark to start paying attention to the way you speak and communicate and connect with others. And if this resonates with you, let me know in the comments which one of these 5 skills do you want to strengthen first, or which one are you great at and have had great outcomes using. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, because here we are all about growing into the most magnetic, confident, and well-rounded versions of yourself and myself. And I will see you all in the next one.